Dogwood and Main in El Centro, by the Central Union High School District, El Zarape restaurant in Imperial, by the CB stop in Calexico, Stan's Auto Body serving the Valley, and also Asa Mobile Auto Repair in Yuma. We've got some of the pregame numbers and features for you coming up.
Loyal customers, scan the QR code in-store for weekly super specials via text message and also be entered to win K's Carne giveaways. No purchase necessary. Check out these specials. USDA Choice Beef Back Ribs, $1.99 a pound. USDA Prime New York Steak, $14.99 a pound. And Certified Black Angus Inside Skirt, $11.99 a pound. Open in El Centro, 8 to 8. In Yuma, 9 to 7. We match our competitors' prices. K's Carne, 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro. And Kennedy's Carne, 380 East 16th Street in Yuma.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's also Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. Also Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
Stan's Auto Body, a name you've heard of and a name you can trust. Bo and his team have been serving his customers at Stan's Auto Body for many years now. His mission to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services and working closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. So if the unfortunate happens to you or you need some dents fixed, don't hesitate and call Stan's Auto Body or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
This is Ruben Valenzuela, Athletic Director at Southwest High School. Football season is here, and we can't wait to see our stands filled with school pride. This year, our motto is strength in unity. That means showing up for our team, our community, and each other. Let's model good sportsmanship, make smart choices, and keep school attendance strong, because when we show up together, we win together. Join us Friday nights, loud, proud, and united. Strength and unity starts with you. Go Eagles.
John Driffle, the Southwest Eagles, they've hit some hard times. They've lost, 18 in a row?
Yes, but they do have a brand-new coach, came over from Yuma, actually by way of Wisconsin, Bo Seibel. And the last 4 years he was at Yuma, he took over his first year. They were 2-8, and that was a team that had not won a game the year before. Next year was COVID. Then he was 2-7, and then his fourth year he was 7-3. The first winning record they had in 20 years. So Bo knows how to coach. He was in Yuma, originally from Wisconsin. When he was here in Yuma, he did meet a young lady, married her. They went back to Wisconsin. He furthered his education, decided to come back to the Yuma area, and was picked up here, I believe, just a great hire here at Southwest. If they give him a chance, let him develop his program and his players, I think Southwest is going to do just fine.
You just described one of my nieces, great niece. She was teaching in Yuma. She met a fellow teacher in Yuma, my niece from Michigan, her fellow teacher from Wisconsin. They got married, moved back to Wisconsin. So Yuma has done very well recruiting from the Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota area. A la what Central did a number of years ago when somebody went back to Pennsylvania and brought a bunch of teachers to the Valley, many of whom stayed and love it here and became an important part. But Southwest, I'm not going to say they're rebuilding. They are still trying to find their identity. Had a tough game last week, and tonight's going to be another tough game. Calexico is good. What do we know about the Bulldogs?
Well, the one thing that really impressed me was their head coach, Fernando Solano, and I shared this stat with you already. This is his 5th year, and in the last 20 years, the Calexico Bulldogs football program, out of those 20 years, has had 4 seasons where they had winning records. He, meaning Fernando Solano, was the coach of 3 of those teams. So that man knows how to coach football, especially in the border area, which is no easy task. His overall record is 25-21. He was 7-6 last year, and they beat the San Isidro Cougars last week by a score of 42-20. We're used to Calexico throwing the ball all over the field. Only threw 7 passes last week, completed 2 of them. That's their senior starting quarterback, Israel Reese, who also started last year. But the big name from last week's game was Andre Lopez. This will be his 3rd year as a starting running back. He had 23 carries for 157 yards. That's about 7 yards per attempt and 4 touchdowns. So that young man really knows how to move the football up the field, as they used to say. As a team, they ran the ball 39 times from scrimmage for 302 yards and an extra touchdown for the 5th touchdown. So the Bulldogs, they know what it takes to win. Fernando Solano has his program now in order and moving forward, and that's exactly what the Southwest Eagles want to do here under Coach Bo Seibel.
Well, we'll be back with a little bit more. We'll take another look at Southwest and some of the other games going on tonight coming up.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my #1 priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Well, John Driffle, you pointed out the Southwest Eagles' new coach. We're going to have to wait and see a little bit of what the offense is going to look like as they're led by a sophomore with size at 6'1", 175 pounds. So, it's always nice to have a big quarterback like that, if necessary, can run the ball.
Right, they're going to build this team around Damian Cordero. And overall, Southwest is a young team. They do have seniors sprinkled throughout their lineup, but they started a lot of seniors last year. So they return only about 4 starters on both sides of the football. But we expect to see them with a different attitude. We did not see them last week, of course. We were at the Centro game. And a big game tonight, Centro playing Palm Desert after Palm Desert beat Brawley last week. And also, there's a big game for Brawley again this week. Brawley's got a tough competition. But we're focused on right here. They do have the captains lined up, and it is interesting to note that a couple of the captains for the Eagles are juniors, and that's okay, too. Nothing wrong with that. They'll be back next year, and they'll have some experience.
Okay, we will be back after this.
McNeesmart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party with party platters. Choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. And don't forget McNeesmart offering daily specials Monday through Friday. Yes, McNeesmart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family, they've been doing it right for many years. You're never disappointed on the service that you get, and the smiling faces who serve you and food that's delivered to your table, they'll make you feel right at home. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, they do it right. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by at La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro, open Wednesday through Monday.
Looking to buy, sell, or manage property in the Imperial Valley? Coldwell Banker, the Wilkinson team, is proud to call this community home and has since 2006. Whether it's finding your dream home, selling your current one, or navigating commercial and land sales, they've got the innovative tools and local know-how to get it done. Plus, their full-service property management covers both residential and commercial properties. Visit thewilkinsonteam.com or stop by their office in the Valley Plaza, El Centro. Coldwell Banker, the Wilkinson team. Homegrown, hardworking, here for you.
Johnny's Carpets and Flooring since 1976 offers you factory direct affordable floor covering, waterproof luxury vinyl plank, water resistant laminate for 20 mil wear, surface floors only $269 square yard, and not just 1 or 2 colors from stock, but 7 beautiful colors. Special closeouts for your park model, kitchen or office, all at discounted prices, so you can save on every dollar you spend. Johnny's Carpets and Flooring, 1001 South 4th Avenue in Yuma.
Our game here tonight, again, non-league, Southwest and Calexico. The other games around the valley, one last night. Imperial defeated Vincent Memorial Catholic High School 49-6. Originally, we were scheduled to be on the air tomorrow night, but there are 4 crews of officials. They had the 4th crew. They moved the game back to Friday night. So I had a night off last night and working tonight. Other games, we mentioned Palm Desert is at Central. Holtville at Mission Bay. That'll be a good one. Calipatria at Mountain Empire. It will be the Palo Verde Yellow Jackets at Shadow Hills, and they have turned into a good team, John. It's Brawley hosting Rancho Bernardo. And again, that's another tough test for the Wildcats. We've got a kickoff coming up on the Imperial Valleys, AM 1230, KXO El Centro, California.
El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes. El Zarape Restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. El Zarape Restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. That's 355-4435. Open Saturdays too.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXO El Centro.
The Southwest Eagles will kick off tonight. They will put the ball in play to the Calexico Bulldogs. Last week it was easy, John. We had the Spartans and the Spartans. Kicker is Joshua Ibarra, and deep to receive for the Bulldogs is Dominic Flores, and he's listed on the roster as athlete. What that tells you is he can play anywhere.
And he is back there by himself, which means they want him to get the football.
And we are set for the kickoff. The ball is spotted. The officials say we are ready. And approaching the ball, Ibarra. Ready to receive it is Flores. And it's a low kick that bounces, and it is picked up at the 12. Flores out across the 20 to the 25, and will be wrapped up at the 27-yard line. On the tackle, Damian Cordero. We'll see that, hear that name quite a bit tonight.
Yes, we're going to call his name both offense and defense. And the Bulldogs take over. Good field position for your starting drive on the 26.
And bringing out the Bulldogs, it will be Israel Ruiz.
This is his second year as a starter, so he's well experienced.
And there's that tight formation, double wing, single setback in the shotgun. The handoff is to the first back through. And Picking up a couple of yards there for the Bulldogs. That was Andre Lopez.
He's the young man that scored 4 touchdowns last week. And, they actually gave him a good spot, Carroll. He was able to pick up 5 yards, so it's going to be 2nd and 5.
Again, that double wing formation, and handoff again in the middle to Lopez, and Lopez is stacked up for no gain. Nice defensive play in there. And for the Eagles, the tackle, Abe Moreno.
After 2 plays, Carroll, I think we can see that this is a different Southwest football team and program. They just seem to be a little more comfortable in knowing what they're supposed to be doing. Calexico only attempted 7 passes last week. This would seem to be a passing down, but they got that tight double wing formation.
And on the counter, the handoff is to Lopez, and Lopez pulls his way forward, pick up the first down. It's a gain of 7, spotted on the 40.
Yeah, Lopez is not a big running back, but he's got real quick feet, and that time he was able to pick the hole and broke through and took it all the way out to the 39-yard line for a nice 8-yard pickup.
Play comes in from the sideline.
And that is the first down here in the early going.
Israel Ruiz brings them out. And again, go right up the gut and pick up about 4 yards on the carry. And again, that is Lopez. Lopez, the senior, we don't have a size, but he's a big running back.
And he runs tough. He runs hard. He's not trying to break it outside on every play. He takes it between the tackles. And so far, Southwest has done a very good job. Their linebackers appear to have seen some game film on Calexico.
2nd and 6. Again, that double wing. Everybody in tight. 1 wide. Again, it is a handoff, and the ball's loose, and it's picked up, and picking up a little bit of yardage. The handoff was to Jose Fernandez, the junior. He bobbled the handoff, but it popped right back into his arms, and he was able to pick up 3 yards.
They're very fortunate for the Bulldogs. They did not lose that. Also fortunate they were not tackled behind the line of scrimmage as he was hit, but was able to shake free and get 3 positive yards. Because what they did was they faked it to Lopez. Whether or not it was a read play, I don't know, but they did not give it to Lopez swinging wide left, gave it on a counter, and the handoff just wasn't good. So you're back up on the line of scrimmage again. Is it Bulldogs?
Fernandez on the wing, and again, the handoff is to Lopez.
He might have picked up a yard at the most, but this will be 4th down. And as we've seen the last several years, Carroll, it doesn't seem like 4th down intimidates coaches anymore. I would certainly expect them to go for this.
It is 4th and 2. And they are changing personnel. They do send out the punter.
Yep. Back to kick for the Bulldogs is Antoine Farias. He's a junior lineman. Let's see if this is a fake. They do have their skill players up in front of Farias.
Snap is back. Kick is away. Nice high kick. It'll float down at the 25, bounce all the way inside the 15, down at the 11. Got a great bounce. We're just underway. There is no score. It's high school football on AM 1230.
The UPS Store, now at 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. They take all drop-offs and can assist with packing and shipping almost anything. Don't forget, your local UPS store provides mailbox services, document shredding, notary services, and passport or ID photos. The UPS Store is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 7, Saturdays, 8 to 5, Sundays, 10 to 3. The UPS Store, 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
The Southwest Eagles will come out Israel Ruiz. Okay. We'll go. Anyway, the handoff first back through is to Peraza.
Peraza is listed as the second-string quarterback, first-string halfback. He picked up a nice gain of almost 4 yards. We'll give him 3.
It is the Eagles coming out.
Damian Cordero is the quarterback.
Okay. The handoff in the middle, and it will go nowhere.
We have a ball on the ground. Calexico says they've recovered it.
And the officials say they got it too. So the handoff didn't go well. And the Eagles turn it over. The Bulldogs with exceptional field position spotted on the 14, 1st and 10 Eagles. And the Bulldogs are out. Shotgun. Israel Ruiz will roll to his left, looking. Left-hander fires downfield, and it'll go in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Joshua Ramirez. Just a little bit too strong for Ramirez. And that'll bring up a second down. That's our first pass of the evening.
And it goes for no gain.
And we just learned Israel Ruiz is left-handed. So we picked up some information on that. Second and 10 following the incompletion. Lopez is going to be blocking and misses the block, and the carrier, Lionel Controla, is dropped for about a 4-yard loss. It'll bring up 3rd and 14.
Southwest stiffening up here after that turnover. Although it's awfully early in the game, what I see is something that we haven't really seen from Southwest the last recent seasons. They just haven't fallen apart because something didn't go their way. They're back out on the field and they're playing solid football.
Ruiz from the shotgun. Jose Fernandez right next to him. Fakes it to Fernandez, rolls to his left, fires. It is complete inside the 10, inside the 5, gets it into the end zone. Touchdown. The pass completed to Lionel Controla. And good for the score. We'll have the point after attempt. So the Bulldogs jump out, capitalizing on an Eagle turnover. Kick from placement. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. The kick by Israel Ruiz. So we're 5:24 to play in the first quarter. It is Calexico 7, Southwest nothing.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with over 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
Oh, Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away goes troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter. Roto-Rooter, Roto-Rooter.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's Oso-Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. Oso-Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
Antoine Farias will tee it up on the 40-yard line. The Eagles, the deepest return man is standing on the 15. So apparently they are not, they don't think Farias can kick it deep. The Eagles are ready. The Bulldogs are ready. The officials say they're ready. And it is a short kick at the 12-yard line. And they do run the reverse and going down the far sideline and picking up yardage out to the 35-yard line, Roberto Peraza.
Unfortunately, he fumbled, but fortunately the Eagles were able to recover it right on the 30-yard line. He took a big hit at the 35. The ball popped loose, but a very alert Eagle was able to recover it. So Southwest starts 1st and 10 from the 30.
And Dominic Flores will bring them out. Too wide to the right. Quarterback under center with the I formation. Dumps it off in the flat. It is complete on the 35 out to the 37-yard line. The catch by Adrian Herrigi. He was brought down by Leonel Canchola.
Yeah, that was a beautifully designed play, Carroll. They actually put the receiver, Johnston, in motion, and he caught it as he was turning upfield and was able to pick up 7 yards.
2nd and 3. The I formation, the up back in the I is the old standard fullback stance, 3-point stance. Handoff is to the deep back, and he is wrapped up and will get nowhere. No gain for Adrian Herrigi, the junior, listed at 5'7", 155. He'll lose a yard. It'll be 3rd and 4.
And harkening back, Carroll, to the old fullback style play, he has everything that fullbacks used to have except the size. He's one of the smallest players out on the field right now.
The Eagles come out. That I formation in the backfield, too wide on the far side, the left side, the wide side, back to pass, dumping it off into the flat, and it is complete to Canchola. He'll pick up 6 yards. That's good for a 1st down. Again, a beautifully thrown pass and a nice catch.
Yeah, Canchola was able to run under the football, and right as he caught it, he was ridden out of bounds, but that is the first down here in the first quarter for the Eagles.
The Eagles break huddle. Deep back is Herrigi. Ibarra under center. Rolling, and on the RPO, he pitches back to Herrigi, and Herrigi is hit and dropped immediately by Adam Garcia.
So that was excellent defense by Garcia. He read the play and just came across all the way from the right cornerback spot and made the tackle behind the line of scrimmage for about a 5-yard loss.
It'll be 2nd and 15, spotted on the 36-yard line. The Eagles with the football. They trail 7-0. Beautiful night for football, John. Hard to believe it's August. 2nd and 15. Dumps it off in the flat. It is complete, and avoiding a couple of tackles and picking up 6 yards for the Eagles is Joe Johnston, the senior.
Johnston's second catch on the early going here.
It'll bring up 3rd and 8. Spotted on the 43.
So they got back the 5 yards they lost, plus a couple more.
Eagles come out of the huddle. We've got about a minute and a half to play in the first quarter.
This quarter has been moving quickly.
Ibarra drops back, chased out of the pocket, and just throws it off away. He's pushed down for his efforts. No flag. It was a good hit. And that will mean the Eagles should be punting here on a 4th and 8. Dropping back, Dominic Flores.
And that was the first incompleted pass attempt on the night for the sophomore quarterback, Cordero.
High snap goes over the head of the punter. He picks it up, and he's looking for somewhere to hide. Turns it upfield, and he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage at least.
I do not see any flags down. The young man looked like he was running for his life, because he was, and he just outran a bunch of Bulldogs. We go back and count. He outran about 5 Bulldogs that were zeroing in on him, and he turned it upfield, was able to pick up a couple yards, but unfortunately they needed more than that.
The Bulldogs had the return on, which means they really only had one rusher, and that's why he was able to do what he did. Everybody was downfield setting up for a return. 1st and 10, Bulldogs. They have it in Eagle territory on the Eagle 47-yard line. Ruiz brings them out. Again, the shotgun. Lopez next to him. Hands off to Lopez. Lopez looks for a block, and it's not there. Lopez is hit and dropped for the Eagles. The tackle by Leonardo Valenzuela.
The Eagles certainly have seen the game film last week when the Bulldogs manhandle with the Russian attack the San Ysidro Cougars over there from right near the border. And there, so far, the players are staying in their lanes, and when they get to the ball carrier, they're bringing him down. He's not seeming to break their tackles.
And it is 2nd and 9. Right up the middle again, it is Lopez. He's grabbed around the ankles, but he falls forward, and he'll pick up about 6 yards.
Calexico loves to put the wide out in motion and comes like he's going to run a jet sweep. They fake it to him and then give it on a counter as we have come to the end of the first quarter.
And in the first quarter of play, our score is Calexico 7, Southwest nothing.
AM 1230, KXO El Centro.
K's Garnet. Become a K's Garnet loyal customer. Scan the QR code in-store for weekly super specials via text message and also be entered to win K's Garnet giveaways. No purchase necessary. Check out these specials. USDA Choice Beef Back Ribs, $1.99 a pound. USDA Prime New York Steak, $14.99 a pound. And Certified Black Angus Inside Skirt, $11.99 a pound. Open in El Centro, 8 to 8. In Yuma, 9 to 7. We match our competitors' prices. K's Garnet, 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro. And Kennedy's Garnet, 380 East 16th Street in Yuma.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's Oso Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. Oso Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
Going on across town from us, John, Central Spartans at Cal Jones Field, leading Palm Desert 14-0 in the first quarter.
That is a score that will certainly bring cheer to all the Spartan faithful.
Palm Desert and Central, they have been playing each other for the last several years, and it has been a good game.
They've been battles. We remember Palm Desert won one game in overtime on a field goal.
3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs. They are now going left to right across your dial, if you didn't notice. Hand off again up the middle. Lopez again up the middle. Lopez for about 7 yards. And that's good for a first down. The Bulldogs move the chains.
Yeah, they're going to put the ball right on the 36-yard line, so that was a nice 6-yard pickup for Lopez. He seems to now be gaining some steam. He had been held in check, but that was second biggest gain of the night so far. He had an 8-yard gain in the first quarter, picked up 6 there. So now Calexico looking to see if they can put another score up after getting that fumble and then scoring quickly on the next play.
Single wing on this one. Wide right, wide left, back to pass. The left-hander steps up in the pocket, fires, it goes incomplete. Had the man open in the middle, Alberto Castro, and the ball went through his hands.
Yeah, the quarterback, Reese, couldn't do any better if he would have walked down and handed the ball to him. It was just perfect pass. Might have been a little hot. The kid's really got an arm. Wouldn't be surprised if he's not a pitcher on the baseball team. But still, if he didn't catch it, it was going to stick in him. So now we've got second down. Let's see if they go back to Lopez or if they continue to try to move the ball upfield by passing.
2nd and 10. The ball is on the Eagle 36. On the fly, turning it upfield. Got to see him across the 30, the 25 down to the 18-yard line. As running the ball was Joshua Ramirez with a big tackle, Joshua Ibarra.
Yeah, Ibarra saved the touchdown. He just took his stance, and as soon as he met the runner, he was able to bring him down. So that was an excellent tackle by the Eagles. Unfortunately, it was already past the yard to make, so now we've got 1st and 10 from the 22.
Bulldogs out. They have a 7-0 lead as we're just underway in the second quarter. Back to pass. The left-hander fires over the middle, and it's a bit low, goes incomplete. That what we used to call a post pattern across the middle. It's more of a slant the way he threw it there.
And we'd like to give a defensive shout out to the back judge as he actually shielded the receiver from the ball. And as he ducked down, the receiver didn't pick it up and so was not able to even get a hand on it. He's part of the game, part of the field. So that's just one of those unfortunate instances that's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Bulldogs out.
So far on the night, quarterback Reese is only 1 for 4. But that one was a big 19-yard touchdown.
And now we hear whistles.
And Calexico's taking their first timeout.
Timeout. Calexico will take a timeout. We've got 10:40 to play in the first half. It is Calexico 7, And Southwest nothing.
Stan's Auto Body, a name you've heard of and a name you can trust. Bo and his team have been serving his customers at Stan's Auto Body for many years now. His mission to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services and working closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. So if the unfortunate happens to you or you need some dents fixed, don't hesitate and call Stan's Auto Body or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXOL Centro.
And NFL primetime football starts this Thursday evening. We'll have Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night football. No streaming fees. 2nd and 10. Bulldogs are out after the timeout. And the play is blown dead before it gets underway.
It appears to be movement on the offensive line. Oh, we had an illegal participant, which means a mouthpiece must have come out. And that is the rule in high school. Most of the rules are for the protection. So if that mouthpiece falls out and you're lined up to make the play, then the referees will stop it before that can happen.
Or if perhaps you don't have your chin strap buckled.
Same thing.
2nd and 15. Bulldogs spread it out a little bit now. It is Lopez. Lopez picking his way through, and he's down to the 20 before he is brought down. Lopez with a nice run, and the tackle by Ignacio Perez.
That is going to bring up 3rd and long. We have seen the jet sweep once. They've run the motion about 6 times, but they've only actually given the ball that one time to the receiver.
3rd and 7 to 8. 7.5 yards. That snap and just fall on it. That's the smart thing to do. As Israel Ruiz covered the football, it'll cost him some yardage, but he retains the football and gives them a chance.
El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine.
The Bulldogs now have a decision. It'd be a long field goal.
They've got a kicker. Now, the ball right now from this spot would be about a 47-yarder. Their kicker can make that, but this is still high school, and you don't want to punt from your own 29, so they're going to go ahead and run a play, see if they can, if nothing else, just put the Eagles back further in their own territory.
It's at no man's territory. It's too close to punt, too far to go for the field goal. Good snap, back to pass, dumps it off. It is complete across the 30, cuts inside down to the 20, spins down inside the 20-yard line. They will mark it on the 19-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs on their own 19-yard line.
El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes. El Zarape Restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. El Zarape Restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. That's 355-4435. Open Saturdays too.
It'll be 1st and 10 Eagles. They spotted on the 20. That makes it easy for us. Got 2 wide on the right, 2 wide on the left. Single setback. Snap back, looking downfield, fires deep downfield, got a man open, and then the coverage converges. And the pass is broken up by Dominic Flores, the intended receiver, Joe Johnston.
At that time, Johnston actually broke free, but by the time the ball got there was triple coverage. They had two men behind him, one in front of him. So if anybody was going to catch that ball, it was probably going to be a Bulldog. But we've seen that Damian Cordero, as a sophomore, he's got a good arm because he threw that ball across field and it probably traveled 35 yards. Bringing it up now, 2nd and 10.
The Eagles take the snap, looking on a quarterback draw. He'll keep it across the 25, and that's it. That's as far as he's going to go. 3 Bulldogs brought him down. Among the Bulldogs in there was Hansel Torres.
And that was a quarterback draw all the way. He wasn't reading anything. That was called in from the sidelines. And he hesitated and then took off upfield, picked up 5 yards, bringing up 3rd and 5.
See what the Eagles have in store on a 3rd and 5.
It's also refreshing to see teams huddle up. Usually we see them snap the ball after the referee places it in play.
The no-huddle hurry up, that's a thing. Spread, that's a thing. Back to pass, chased out of the pocket, and dumps it off, and it is complete at the 25, out to the 30, across the 35, the 40, and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. The pass, desperation pass, was completed to Victor Gomez.
That was Joe Johnstone. Let's give him credit because he's the one. That's his 3rd catch. And that was just excellent running, excellent downfield blocking. And Cordero made something out of nothing. As you said, he was in the grass and just threw it up there. But he did know where Johnston was. Put the ball all the way out to the 45-yard line. That's a 20-yard pickup. Biggest of the evening so far.
1st and 10, Eagles. Spread formation. Single setback. Back to pass. Looking. Steps up, pumps, has a ball tipped away at the last second. Deep throw, and again, the Bulldogs converged on the receiver and were able to just tip it away. And it'll go incomplete, bring up a 2nd down.
And let's give Adam Garcia credit. He saved what could have been a touchdown as the receiver was well behind the defensive backs. But Garcia recovered and just tipped it away. Made a great save.
2nd and 10. Again, the Eagles spread it out. Back to pass. Hit as he throws. It'll go incomplete. Shooting through was Leonel Canchola. And had Ibarra and threw it incomplete. Bring up 3rd and 10.
That's one thing the sophomore has not seen. First time tonight that Calexico actually brought more than just their 4-down lineman. He's a stand-up, what you used to call an outside linebacker. Now they call him a defensive rusher and end. But just no chance to get rid of the football as the player came through unblocked.
3rd and 10. We'll do it again. Again, spread formation. Got 3 wide on the right side. Back to pass. Looking, has time. Fires deep downfield. And it is intercepted. Picked off by the Bulldogs. And the try to get the number, and I believe that was Israel Ruiz with the interception, John.
Yeah, we look across the way. The quarterback also plays defensive back. But, Carroll, that really wasn't that misfortunate for the Eagles, as that was probably even better than a punt. As they are now inside the 20, they're going to finally mark it. Looks like it's right
on the 15.
So that's probably better than they would have had if they would have had to punt, which would have been 4th down.
A little bit more than 7 minutes to play in the first half. Calexico leads 7-0. Right now, the Eagles will take a timeout.
This is Ruben Valenzuela, Athletic Director at Southwest High School. Football season is here, and we can't wait to see our stands filled with school pride. This year, our motto is strength in unity. That means showing up for our team, our community, and each other. Let's model good sportsmanship, make smart choices, and keep school attendance strong, because when we show up together, we win together. Join us Friday nights, loud, proud, and united. Strength and unity starts with you. Go Eagles.
McNeesmart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party with party platters. Choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. And don't forget McNeesmart offering daily specials Monday through Friday. Yes, McNeesmart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. They have the ball on their own 15-yard line following the interception. 2 turnovers tonight, a fumble by the Eagles, and they're the interception.
And that fumble did lead to the touchdown that's been on the board for the Bulldogs.
Ruiz from the shotgun. Hands off, and that is Lopez on the carry. Lopez will get it out to the 20-yard line, a pickup of 5. 2nd and 5.
One thing we noticed during the timeout is this is the second game under the Bo Seibel regime, and we've got a competitive game here. It hasn't always been that way for some of the previous Southwest seasons, so it's good to see here at Eagle Stadium.
2nd and 6. Bulldogs on the fly. Turn it upfield, find a little bit of room, find a seam down the sideline across the 30, out to about the 32-yard line. The pass, or the fly, rather, it was Angelo Tabares, and nice tackle downfield, kept him from picking up a whole lot more yardage.
Yeah, he did get the first down, as Southwest that time had packed the interior, expecting that the same young man Lopez had carried most of the time would get the ball. He didn't.
And this time they faked the fly. They handed up the middle to Lopez, and Lopez bulls his way out for a 9-yard gain. Spotted on the 44-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 1. Up, they gave him, they just signaled, okay, they said it was a 1st down.
Well, yeah, he went from the back all the way out to the 44-yard line, and they were on the 34 before, so that would be 10 yards.
That's all you need. No excise tax, no tariffs, no carrying charges, just the 10 yards. 1st and 10, Bulldogs, they are driving. Started this drive on their own 15. Dump it off in the flat. It is complete out there, and there is nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and going down is Alberto Castro, the senior. We'll lose 2. 2nd and 12.
Goes as a completed pass, but for negative yards. Don't see that very often.
We have not really seen Ruiz toss it downfield, have we?
Just the one touchdown pass.
Yeah.
19 yards, and that was, he hasn't shown off his arm. He's fired some fastballs right across the middle of the field. But it looks like Calexico is more adept at letting their running backs take over this game as Andre Lopez is trying to do.
Back to pass, looking downfield, fires, and it is complete. I didn't see anybody draped all over his back, but the pass is completed to Joshua Ramirez.
Very short gain, though. They're going to put it on the 47, so that's a 5-yard pickup after a 2-yard loss. So now it's 3rd and 7.
The Bulldogs get to play in from the sideline. The quarterback, Ruiz, goes over to the sideline, gets the play. For Southwest, coach goes halfway out on the field and gives him the play.
Yeah, that is Joshua Ibarra, that's their defensive captain.
And rolling to his left, looking, calls his guy to come back on the ball, and it goes incomplete. The left-hander with an incompletion. It'll bring up 4th and about 7. And the ball remains on the 47-yard line.
We would expect a punt if head coach Fernando Solano is going to match what he did in the previous possession, where he wasn't even on this side of the field. He did not go for it. And they did send the punting team out, as their kicker will be Antoine Farias again. 3rd punt of the night for the Bulldogs.
The last snap was not especially good. No, he got a great roll. He got a nice kick and a beautiful roll. This one he picks up on a short hop and a nice punt. It is fielded at the 18, turns it up the far sideline across the 25 to the 30, 35 out to the 40-yard line. Leonardo Valenzuela with a nice return. The Calipatria Hornets lead the Mountain Empire Redhawks, and that is 8-0.
And that would be the defending CIF champion Hornets. It's been a long time since we've been able to say that about the Hornet football team.
1st and 10 for the Eagles. 2:50 to play in the first half. It is 7-0, Calexico with the lead.
Southwest does have 2 timeouts remaining.
Trying to get everybody in the right position now. And now they just took too much time.
Well, we're going to have a penalty because they had 12 men on the field. You can't break the huddle with 12.
Oh, what's the big deal? What's an extra guy, John?
Yeah, that's why it looked kind of weird, because the receivers are looking around saying, how come there's so many of us out here?
Wait a minute, where am I supposed to be?
We'll see if that changes the strategy.
Nope, same play, only with 11 players this time.
Double wideouts left and right, with the senior, and the only setback.
Now they flood the wide side, dump it off. It is juggled and goes incomplete. It was there.
Yeah, that's the same play they ran the very first possession, their first completed pass. Young man goes in motion. Used to call it the wheel route, and he came open. Pass was right there. He just wasn't able to make the play, so that'll bring up 2nd and 10, but more importantly, it does stop the clock.
Play comes in from the bench.
We see a lot of new faces also on the coaching staff for the Eagles this year. Head coach Bo Seibel has brought in different coaches. One very obvious one is the line coach you can see down here. You can see him because the field's kind of tilted towards him. Looks like he weighs about 280 pounds.
2nd and 15.
Looks like a blitz.
They're coming. Turning out of the pocket, turning it upfield, and being caught from behind. Nice pursuit. Nice tackle by Hector Loera.
It looked like that Cordero was going to be able to pick up at least positive yards, but as you mentioned it, he was just run down. Cordero came across from the outside middle linebacker, but that time Calexico sent their 4 plus 3 more.
And a loss of a yard, so it'll be 3rd and 16. Neither team really getting a whole lot of offense going in the first half, John.
And both teams are playing well on the defensive side.
Back to pass, looking, fires into the flat, and it's a catch for a yard gain.
And we've got a flag down. Now, this could be a holding on the offense, or it could be roughing the quarterback.
John Seaman will tell us.
So we'll have to wait and see. The pass was completed, but it was completed maybe for a yard gain. So now let's see. And then if it's against the Eagles, the Bulldogs have a decision. Put them back 15 more, or do you go ahead and...
Holding against the Eagles.
It looks like... And so far, Calexico they've made their decision, and they are going to refuse the penalty. So that'll just be a completed pass for a yard.
And bring up 4th down, 4th and 15.
Which is going to be a punting down.
You would assume.
And you would expect that the Bulldogs, who have 2 timeouts remaining.
And a minute 52 to play. The the referees are mic'd this year. And all we got on John Seaman there was feedback.
It almost sounded like he was one of those truckers from the 70s talking on a CB. So I'm sure they'll get that worked out. But we are now in punting formation for the Eagles. Dropping back is their lone returner that they've been using throughout the game.
And
need a timeout by Southwest.
Again, they could not get the right personnel out on the field, so they take the timeout. Minute 50 to play. It is 7-0. Calexico leads Southwest.
When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family, they've been doing it right for many years. You're never disappointed on the service that you get, and the smiling faces who serve you and food that's delivered to your table, they'll make you feel right at home. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, they do it right. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by at La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro. Open Wednesday through Monday.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here at Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my #1 priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
No rush gets away the kick. They have the return set up, and the return is good for about a 12-yard return by the Bulldogs. And they will put it in play. 1st and 10. Adam Garcia on that return.
That was Santiago Cuevas Abrin on the punt. So Calexico with 2 timeouts remaining. The ball sits on their side of the 50-yard line at the 46. Let's see if they go ahead and settle for the 7-0 lead. If you remember, the Bulldogs did return the opening kick, so that means Southwest will get the second half kick.
Bulldogs come out. 2 wide on the short side, the left side of the field. That's the visitor's side. And again, it is the handoff. It is Lopez. Lopez hit low and staggers forward and picks up some yardage.
They are not, meaning Bulldogs taking a timeout as the ball does cross midfield. Nice pickup of 5 yards.
And again, as you pointed out, that is on that run, Jose Fernandez.
He's spelling Garcia and Lopez, giving Lopez a chance.
Fernandez with the football. Fernandez goes into the middle, and he'll have the first down.
Yeah, the near side referee has already signaled first down, so that will stop the clock until the chains are reset. 7th first down here in the first half for the Bulldogs.
They spot the ball on the 44-yard line in Eagle territory. If you're going to open it up with 40 seconds to play in the first half, I would think you would do it now.
Yeah, the clock is running.
Snap back, looking, Chase dumps it off over the middle. That middle screen goes incomplete. And it looked to me like there were 5 guys downfield well beyond the line of scrimmage. 5 interior linemen, but let's see what the call is.
We also have a flag back here, which usually that's offensive holding or a late hit on the quarterback.
So John Seaman will tell us again.
We'll see if we can.
Ineligible downfield. There were 5 offensive linemen downfield. That is declined. Personal foul, roughing the passer. They will take that one. So the Bulldogs get the break.
Well, yeah, it's going to be offsetting.
Offsetting. I'm sorry.
You've got the illegal downfield on the Eagles, and then the late hit or the roughing the quarterback, a blow to the head. We can't start anything now. The Bulldogs are up on the line ready to go, but Mr. Seaman has to go back and pick up his flag about 10 yards away. But Calexico, I think they like the play they've called because they're very anxious to get it underway.
And that time, it was a middle screen, and all of the offensive linemen were about 8 yards downfield.
If the pass would have been completed and there would not have been a penalty call, that young man may have scored because, as you said, he had a convoy of blockers in front of him and very few Eagles between he and the goal line.
It is still first down. Back to pass, looking, gets some time, fires deep downfield. It'll be intercepted. Yeah. The Eagles with the interception, and on that interception, Leonardo Valenzuela.
Yeah, that was a tip drill. The first Eagle actually batted it up in the air as it bounced off his shoulder pad, and that gave Valenzuela a chance to just settle underneath it and let it fall. So the first turnover of the evening for the Eagles comes on a play with about a half a minute to go here in the game, so I would assume that they'd probably run this one out.
26 seconds. They have the ball on their own 15-yard line. They trail 7-0. I wouldn't do anything too risky.
We already mentioned that the Eagles will receive the second half kick, so there's no sense to put anything in jeopardy right here. Just go ahead and take this one into the halftime with a 7-0 deficit.
Damian Cordero will take the snap. And one of the Eagles jumped. I think they were just going to take a knee, but the officials say, that's okay, it's over.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. He took a knee, and so the referee said, all right, let's go to halftime.
Okay, we are at the half. The Southwest Eagles, Calexico Bulldogs, and our score at the half is Calexico 7, Southwest nothing.
Looking to buy, sell, or manage property in the Imperial Valley? Coldwell Banker, the Wilkinson team, is proud to call this community home and has since 2006. Whether it's finding your dream home, selling your current one, or navigating commercial and land sales, they've got the innovative tools and local know-how to get it done. Plus, their full-service property management covers both residential and commercial properties. Visit thewilkinsonteam.com or stop by their office in the Valley Plaza, El Centro. Coldwell Banker, the Wilkinson team. Homegrown, hardworking, here for you.
Johnny's Carpets and Flooring since 1976 always has the lowest prices from 2 warehouses filled with thousands of square feet flooring. Choose from the biggest selection in this area on carpet remnants for your bedroom, office, or living room, with big savings up to 50% off and everyday retail big box prices up to 70% off. Johnny has the selection and colors you're looking for, always at huge savings. Johnny's Carpet and Flooring, 1001 South 4th Avenue in Yuma.
The UPS Store, now at 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. They take all drop-offs and can assist with packing and shipping almost anything. Don't forget, your local UPS Store provides mailbox services, document shredding, notary services, and passport or ID photos. The UPS Store is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 7, Saturdays, 8 to 5, Sundays, 10 to 3. The UPS Store, 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. Kay's Garnet. Become a Kay's Garnet loyal customer. Scan the QR code in-store for weekly super specials via text message and also be entered to win Kay's Garnet giveaways. No purchase necessary. Check out these specials. USDA Choice Beef Back Ribs, $1.99 a pound. USDA Prime New York Steak, $14.99 a pound. And Certified Black Angus Inside Skirt, $11.99 a pound. Open in El Centro, 8 to 8. In Yuma, 9 to 7. We match our competitors' prices. Kay's Garnet, 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro. And Kennedy's Garnet, 380 East 16th Street in Yuma.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
We are at the half. The Southwest Eagles hosting the Calexico Bulldogs. No, it is not a league game. Well, realignment. Calexico is still in the Imperial Valley League. Southwest Eagles are now in the Desert League. And so that kind of shakes things up a little bit in the Valley. Updating some scores around the Valley, across town at Cal Jones Field on the campus of Central Union High School. It is the Central Spartans leading Palm Desert 14-0. Calapat and Mountain Empire, the Hornets, have an 8-0 lead up in the hills. Meanwhile, Mission Bay 13, Holtville 0. A good test for the Holtville Vikings. Mission Bay, typically a good team, a good game there. Last night, it was the Imperial Tigers, 49-6, with a win over the Vincent Memorial Catholic High School Scots. We've got halftime and numbers coming up.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with over 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
Oh, Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away goes troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter. Roto-Rooter, Roto-Rooter.
Stan's Auto Body, a name you've heard of and a name you can trust. Bo and his team have been serving his customers at Stan's Auto Body for many years now. His mission to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services and working closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. So if the unfortunate happens to you or you need some dents fixed, don't hesitate and call Stan's Auto Body or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
This is Ruben Valenzuela, Athletic Director at Southwest High School. Football season is here, and we can't wait to see our stands filled with school pride. This year, our motto is strength in unity. That means showing up for our team, our community, and each other. Let's model good sportsmanship, make smart choices, and keep school attendance strong, because when we show up together, we win together. Join us Friday nights, loud, proud, and united. Strength and unity starts with you. Go Eagles.
El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes. El Zarape Restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. El Zarape Restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. That's 355-4435. Open Saturdays too.
At the half, Calexico leads Southwest 7-0. John Driffle, what do we have?
Well, we have the stats coming up, but also a surprising score. I think many people from Calexico's side thought that they were just going to walk into this field and come away with another victory. They've beaten Calexico now about 6 years in a row. Calexico has beaten Southwest about 6 years in a row, but that hasn't happened tonight. Southwest, under head coach Bo Seibel, has shown some grit, some toughness, and they will receive the second half kick, so we'll see what adjustments they're able to make offensively, as I'm sure the Bulldogs right now appear to be getting a tongue lashing from their head coach, who's been very successful, Fernando Solano. In the first half, Calexico ran the ball 17 times from scrimmage for 73 yards. That's a long ways from the 7.5 yards per carry they got last week against San Isidro. 4 for 10 was the passing of Israel Reese, the senior second-year starter, for 33 yards, giving Calexico 106 total yards. Calexico did have 7 first downs. They did not fumble, but they did have the one interception right near the end of the half, and that was the ball picked off by the Spartans, Leonardo Valenzuela. We'll be back to take a look at Southwest after this.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my number one priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family, they've been doing it right for many years. You're never disappointed on the service that you get, and the smiling faces who serve you and food that's delivered to your table, they'll make you feel right at home. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, they do it right. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by at La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro. Open Wednesday through Monday.
McNeesmart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party with party platters. Choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. And don't forget McNeesmart offering daily specials Monday through Friday. Yes, McNeesmart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
Looking to buy, sell, or manage property in the Imperial Valley? Coldwell Banker, the Wilkinson team, is proud to call this community home and has since 2006. Whether it's finding your dream home, selling your current one, or navigating commercial and land sales, they've got the innovative tools and local know-how to get it done. Plus, their full-service property management covers both residential and commercial properties. Visit thewilkinsonteam.com or stop by their office in the Valley Plaza, El Centro. Coldwell Banker, the Wilkinson team, homegrown, hardworking, here for you.
Welcome back to the football stadium at the campus of Southwest in El Centro, California. We're at the half. The visiting Bulldogs have a 7-0 lead over the Eagles. We mentioned that Calexico has gained 106 total yards, 73 on the ground, 33 through the air. On the other side, Southwest has only ran the ball 6 times from scrimmage for a total of 5. Now, a lot of that has to do with the fact that the ball on one of the snaps back to the quarterback was over his head, and he had to go back and cover it. So if you take away those negative yards, then that would look a little better than the 5 positive yards. Passing in the first half was the bright spot for the Eagles offense, as the sophomore quarterback Damian Cordero was 5 of 10 for 40 yards. That gives the Eagles 45 total yards compared to the Bulldogs 106, but they did outpass them. 40 yards to the Eagles. The Eagles had to the Bulldogs 33 passing yards. First downs for the Eagles, they were able to pick up 2 compared to Calexico's 7. And we will take a look at the individual stats for the Eagles after this.
Jersey Mike Subs, a sub above, at 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. Top quality, delicious, hot and cold subs made how you like it. And don't forget, Jersey Mike Subs offers a 10% discount for military and first responders. And you can order subs for the party. Check out the Jersey Mike's app. There's some great deals, and you can get shore points. That's Jersey Mike's at 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. Open every day, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Johnny's Carpets and Flooring since 1976 offers you factory direct affordable floor covering, waterproof luxury vinyl plank, water resistant laminate for 20 mil wear, surface floors only $269 square yard, and not just 1 or 2 colors from stock, but 7 beautiful colors. Special closeouts for your park model, kitchen or office, all at discounted prices, so you can save on every dollar you spend. Johnny's Carpets and Flooring, 1001 South 4th Avenue in Yuma.
Case Garnet. Become a Case Garnet loyal customer. Scan the QR code in-store for weekly super specials via text message, and also be entered to win Case Garnet giveaways. No purchase necessary. Check out these specials. USDA Choice Beef Back Ribs, $1.99 a pound. USDA Prime New York Steak, $14.99 a pound. And Certified Black Angus Inside Skirt, $11.99 a pound. Open in El Centro, 8 to 8. In Yuma, 9 to 7. We match our competitors' prices. Case Garnet, 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro. And Kennedy's Carnet, 380 East 16th Street in Yuma.
Welcome back to the football field at Southwest here in El Centro. We're at the half. The Eagles are trailing the visiting Bulldogs 7-0. We mentioned that the Eagles were able to pick up 5 total yards on 6 carries. A lot of their positive yards were negated by a bad snap that went over the quarterback's head for a loss of 14 on 1 play. But let's take a look and see individually how they got those yards. First, the running back, Adrian Hadigi, was 2 rushes for a negative 6 yards. Also, the quarterback had 2 rushes for positive 4 yards. Getting 1 carry was Roberto Parasa for 3 yards. And gaining 4 yards on his 1 carry was Santiago Cuevas Abraham. And he got that as a kicker. The snap was over his head. He picked it up, was able to run forward and actually pick up 4 positive yards before he was brought down. Unfortunately, that did turn the ball over. That mistake plus the interception and the fumble led directly to the only score in the game. So Southwest has turned the ball over twice, but they have played tough defense, only giving up to 7 points. Individually, the 5 receptions were made between 2 receivers. Getting 2 catches was Leonardo Valenzuela for 6 yards, and having a big first half, wide receiver Joe Johnston, the senior, 3 catches for 34 yards. We'll be back with more after this.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with over 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
Oh, Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away goes troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter, Roto-Rooter, Roto-Rooter.
Stan's Auto Body, a name you've heard of and a name you can trust. Bo and his team have been serving his customers at Stan's Auto Body for many years now. His mission to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services and working closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. So if the unfortunate happens to you or you need some dents fixed, don't hesitate and call Stan's Auto Body or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's Oso-Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. Oso-Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
We are at the half. The Southwest Eagles and the Calexico Bulldogs on the campus of Southwest High School in El Centro, California. We are live on AM 1230 KXO El Centro and on the KXO YouTube channel. Catching up on scores around the valley, Shadow Hills leads Palo Verde 6-0. Shadow Hills, one of the new high schools in the Coachella Valley, and were doormats for a couple of years. They have put together a good program. Meanwhile, Holtville leads Mission Bay 14-13. Calapat shutting out Menton Empire 8-0 up in the hills. I hope there's no snow. Rancho Bernardo 7, Brawley 0. That's the only score we have. We have no updates other than Centro over Palm Desert 14-0. So there we go. Our score here 7-0. The Calexico Bulldogs lead.
Yeah, Carroll, there is an interesting scores in there. One, Brawley playing Rancho Bernardo. Rancho Bernardo was the team that eliminated them last year in the playoffs. A lot of controversy in the last minute of play with the Wildcats scoring a touchdown and then believing they had the 2-point conversion for the win, but getting it negated, and a lot of consternation. But also Rancho Bernardo, they are coached, and last year his son was the starting quarterback as a freshman by a former player that we used to hear all the time on KXO radio with the Chargers. Do you remember who that was?
Well, I can tell you it's not Phillip Rivers.
Right, he's coaching high school back in
Mississippi, Louisiana, I believe.
Yeah, he's back east. But that was their longtime defensive back, and his name escapes me right now because I'm getting old. But he's also the player that joined the Rams to win a Super Bowl. So he played for the Chargers for a lot of years. And then when the Rams won the Super Bowl, he actually was activated the week before the Super Bowl and played during the game. Can see his face, just can't bring his name forward. But he's the head coach there, and as I said, his son's starting quarterback. This year a sophomore, so I assume he's still starting. But also, looking at some of those other scores, you mentioned Mission Bay and Holtville. Holtville having some success. Mission Bay is a step up. You also mentioned that the Eagles now are in the Desert League, and that's a brand new system that they put in effect for football. It's been in baseball, softball, the other sports for a couple years now, but this is the first year they've actually done it in football. And that's why Southwest is playing Calexico, because this game was scheduled 3 years ago when it was automatic. You're in the league, so you got to schedule the game, and schedule it the second week of the season. So they couldn't change it. It was just too late. So that's why Calexico is playing a non-league game here against the Eagles, and I believe we'll see some of this next year as well. The Eagles could bounce back up. It depends each year on the rankings, ratings, how they do. So a team could move up, and a team that does poorly can fall back down to the Desert League. But as of right now, I think the faithful for the Eagles have to be heartened. This is a very good first half production of high school football right here on their football field.
And Eric Weddle would be proud.
Thank you.
Okay. The internet is a wonderful thing, John.
Right. That's what, don't they call that real-time research?
Real-time research. Eric Weddle is the head football coach at Rancho Bernardo High School, former NFL player, Super Bowl champion. It's his first season as head coach of the program.
Yeah.
So there you go, John.
Yeah, that's last year's, because this is his second season. But
Okay.
That was probably made this summer. So, but I think that's great to see a young man like Weddle. I can call him young, although I'm sure he's probably in his late 30s. To me, he's young. See a young man like that give back to the community. He could have done anything, but he's going to coach high school football and help out a bunch of kids learn some of the lessons of life.
Well, he's not doing it for the money.
Which he probably doesn't need anyway, being a professional football player.
Exactly. The Bulldogs will kick off. The LSU Tigers will receive, the uniforms. The Eagles, it is spitting image of the LSU Tiger uniforms, John.
And they look sharp. They're great.
They look great. And we are underway. It is a kick that will go out of bounds. So I believe they will Spotted on the 35. I would take the 35.
Yeah, there's three options. You can move the ball back 5 yards, make him re-kick, take it where it goes out of bounds, or take it on the 35. Since it went out of bounds on about the 12-yard line, that option's out. We don't see the kicker coming back out, so the Eagles will accept the third option. They will take the ball on the 35, and they will put it in play from there.
Damian Cordero will bring his team out. They trail 7-0. Let's see what coach has come up with during the halftime.
And this is very good field position for the Eagles to start this opening drive of the second half.
Right on the 35, 1st and 10.
Also, Carroll, let's see how Calexico responds to being a little bit surprised by the attitude of these Eagles to fight for this game.
Cordero under center, I formation. Put Johnston in motion, handoff to the deep back, and pushing across the 38-yard line on the carry, Adrian Herrigi.
Yeah, we do have a new quarterback. Perhaps they've decided to go half and half. But Roberto Peraza, who is listed as a second-string quarterback, was under center that play.
He's a junior. So Peraza will bring them out. He's got Herrigi behind him.
Peraza is off the tee under center.
Hands off again. This is Herrigi. Herrigi he'll lose a yard. Brought down by Ivan Ortiz. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 9.
I mentioned we'll see how Calexico responds to the resistance put up by these Eagles in the first half. Their coach certainly gave them a tongue lashing, but perhaps not too much. This is only the second game of the season, and perhaps head coach Fernando Solano is going to save that for what he would consider a more appropriate time. But right there, we've got 3rd and 8, so let's see if the Bulldogs decide to do what was successful, and that was blitz. They now have 5 linemen right on the line of scrimmage. Last half, they only showed 4.
Johnston goes in motion again. Left to right. Now he will set.
And I think we have too much time.
Either that or the tight end lifted up.
Yeah, we can see the back judge. He's got his hand up, and he does like a basketball ref. He counts the seconds off with the motion of his hand so the quarterback can see him. But unfortunately, the quarterback for the Eagles wasn't looking that far downfield. So they got ruled for the 5-yard penalty as Damian Cordero now does come back out on the field.
Cordero will take over. And he comes out of the shotgun. Ibarra goes in motion. Cordero back to pass, dumps it off. It is complete to Herrigi. Herrigi breaks one tackle and plows right into Carlos Delgado and gets up an extra yard. Brings it out to the 40.
Nice 8-yard pitch and catch, but because of the penalty, that still leaves them 4th and about 5. And the punting team does come out on the field.
It is
Damian Cordero is the middle up man, but I don't expect him to get this snap. He's going to let it go through.
Long count. Snap is low. It's bobbled. It's bounced and picked up and it's gotten away, and the returner bobbles it, picks it up, and drags an Eagle with him before he is brought down. It was not pretty on either end. Carlos Delgado with the return.
Yeah, give credit to the kicker, Joshua Ibarra. he was able to get that kick off, and he just drilled it right at the return man. And the return man, not used to getting the line drive right at him, tried to shoestring catch it, and it bounced away. He picked it up, and a couple Eagles were right there, and he was able to drag, as you said, one of them all the way to the 30-yard line. They're going to call it to 31.
1st and 10. Bulldogs on their own 31-yard line. They lead 7-0. Long count. Snap back. Handoff. Goes in the middle. Breaks through across the 40 to the 45-yard line. On the run, Jose Fernandez.
We saw Fernandez come in the first half. We do not know if Andre Lopez suffered any kind of injury because he is their back. I can't see across the way if he's sitting on the bench or standing up, but that was very tough running by Fernandez as he broke 3 or 4 tackles. And
one of the Bulldogs is down. It's a cramp trying to stretch the leg out, but there's timeout on the field. It is Calexico, 1st and 10. On their own 46-yard line, they lead 7-0.
This is Ruben Valenzuela, Athletic Director at Southwest High School. Football season is here, and we can't wait to see our stands filled with school pride. This year, our motto is strength in unity. That means showing up for our team, our community, and each other. Let's model good sportsmanship, make smart choices, and keep school attendance strong, because when we show up together, we win together. Join us Friday nights, loud, proud, and united. Strength and unity starts with you. Go Eagles.
AM 1230, KXO El Centro.
Joe Vega will be helped off the field. It is a cramp. They'll work that out, and I think we will see him again this evening. 1st and 10. Bulldogs, it's on their own 46-yard line. Trying to get their offense untracked. Again, right up the middle, Fernandez will pick up 4. He's spun down right at the midfield stripe.
And now
on the tackle.
We have an eagle down, Carroll, on the 45. Does not appear to be a cramp. Let's hope that's what it is. Yeah, he's up now, and because they had to stop play, there's not a timeout, but he has got to come off. As the ball sits squarely at midfield. I think we can see Calexico appears to have a little more giddy up in their step, in their push forward. As they've come out, Jose Fernandez, first 2 plays have let it be known that Calexico is going to run the ball right down the middle.
If it works, stick with it.
And then we'll see if they do that fly sweep or any kind of option off that.
It is Fernandez. He's hit the backfield, but he gets it out to the line of scrimmage. So, no gain. It'll be 3rd and 6. Spot it right on the midfield stripe.
The Eagles are playing kind of a gimmicky defense where it appears they have 3 down linemen and then a couple linebackers in the middle. But when the ball is snapped, they have more players up on the line of scrimmage. Right now, what they're showing is, again, that 4 down linemen, but they're bringing their 3 backers are up right near the line of scrimmage, one of them on the line of scrimmage.
And the quarterback keeper and pushing his way through down to the 40-yard line, spotted on the 40. It's a gain of 10. Israel Ruiz with the pickup, and they are spotted on the 41-yard line in Eagle territory.
Israel is a senior, Carroll, whereas Jose Fernandez is a junior.
And if you remember last year, John, Calexico were down to their 4th level of quarterbacks as the season went on. And this is Fernandez again. Fernandez running pretty much straight up and down. Will pick up about 7. Remember and Brawley last week lost 2 quarterbacks right off the bat almost.
Yes, it's a picture of Calexico. They lost a couple quarterbacks the first game, and then by the time Centro showed up, they were down to the JV quarterback had been hurt, so they were kind of doing auditions during the week of the Central game, just who wanted to be quarterback.
Who's left standing? It'll be 2nd and 5. The Bulldogs power football right up the gut, and it's been working so far. Back to pass and hit and sacked. The Eagles shoot through. Edge rusher comes through and drops Ruiz all the way back at the 45-yard line.
That is a 10-yard sack and loss. So now it's going to bring up 3rd down and almost 15. They put the ball squarely on the 45.
Got to get to the 31.
Reese was off the field getting the play. Now he's back. Calls the play, transfers it in the huddle. Still in the shotgun.
Back to pass, big rush, dumps off a little screen, and it is complete to Fernandez. Fernandez dances his way down to the 34-yard line, so he'll be about 3 yards short of the first down. What do you do when they put on that big rush? You dump off a little screen.
And I would expect the Bulldogs to go for this, as it is 4th and about 3.
And Fernandez has been able to pick up 3 and 4 and 5 yards on every carry, John. So I would look for him to bring it right up the middle.
And let's see, the Eagles probably are aware of that, so let's see what they do.
They load up the middle, and they go right up the middle, but it's not Fernandez. And it is cut to the outside, to the 10, to the 5.
Andre Lopez.
Into the end zone.
That was Andre Lopez. Decides to get his first carry. And he took it all the way from the 34-yard line for a 34-yard touchdown.
So Lopez getting a little bit of rest as Fernandez did the heavy lifting. I used to hate that. I'd pick up 3 or 4 yards, 3 or 4 yards, 3 or 4 yards, and then Nick Graham would get the football and the touchdown. Point after attempt. Kick from placement. And it is Israel Ruiz who will try the kick. Spot, kick, up. Kick is good. We've got 4:40 to play in the third quarter. It is Calexico 14, Southwest nothing.
McNeesmart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party with party platters. Choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. And don't forget McNeesmart offering daily specials Monday through Friday. Yes, McNeesmart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
High school football, we are live on KXO El Centro, California, AM 1230. And on the KXO YouTube channel. So the Eagles will receive the Bulldogs that their first real drive of the evening, John.
Yes, they ran about 9 plays that time. 8 of them were rushes. But Carroll, although this is only the second half of the second game, this could be a critical point for the Eagles. They need to respond. Because in the past we've seen when adversity hit, sometimes they wouldn't continue to play.
Short kick, it's fielded at the 25, out to the 30, cuts across the 35 and out to about the 36 before there is a herd of Bulldogs on top of him. And on that return was Leonardo Valenzuela, the junior. It'll be 1st and 10 Eagles. Will spot the ball right on the 35-yard line.
Damian Cordero is the quarterback, back out on the field.
Alan Phillips is the one who spotted it. He's the referee. He's the umpire. I'm sorry, the referee is John Seaman.
That would be the man wearing the white hat.
That would be it. Eagles hand off right up the middle, and there is nothing there. Hit at the line of scrimmage, stood up and dropped in his tracks. Nowhere to go. And no gain.
I believe that was Daniel Dimas on the carry. First time we've been able to call Daniel's name.
We mentioned, hard to believe, this is August. You know, when game started, we were at about 94 degrees, John.
Yeah, it's been nice weather.
Yeah.
Fortunately for us, no talk about will the game be canceled or delayed.
A backwards pass goes incomplete. It was intended for Valenzuela. And that'll bring up 3rd and 10. The Eagles trail 14-0. We've got 3:40 to play in the third quarter.
A rousing cheer that I'm sure carried through the microphone by the myriad of Southwest cheerleaders. Looks like they have about 40 of them down there.
Eagles 3rd and 10, looking to put together a drive. Dropping back to pass, looking, steps up in the pocket, and then it collapses and he goes down. Whole bunch of Bulldogs, including Damian Solis, in there. And that is a loss of 7. It'll bring up 4th and 17.
At that time, the quarterback for the Eagles, Damian Cordero, held the ball a little too long, but the reason he held it is because there was 6 defensive players covering 3 men, which obviously everybody was double teamed, so he had nowhere to go with the ball.
We will have a punt. Good snap. Nice punt. And it takes a big hop over the return man. He brings it down, shakes one tackle, gets a block, cuts it to the outside, and picks up some decent yardage. Dominic Flores on the return. That name sounds familiar, John.
Yeah, he's been playing defense all game. We've seen him out there on tackles and pass defenses. So Calexico now for their second drive here in this second half. They have very good field position on their own 46. As you mentioned, because of the weather, we haven't had to take one of those water hydration breaks, which sometimes we do in the early going of the seasons here in the Valley.
One of the Bulldogs talking to John Seaman.
He is the captain for the Bulldogs. Yep. That's Antoine Farias, who's the right guard and the punter. So he's allowed to talk to the head official.
Well, they were discussing something. I think it had to do with equipment. And it wasn't an argument. It was a question and an answer. Everybody in tight. The handoff goes up the middle, and up the middle closes down real quick for Leonel Canchola. I will, when I am umpiring a ball game, John, I will tell coaches, if you have a question, ask me. Ask me nicely. You may not like my answer, but ask me nicely.
And as a player, the kids are not allowed to talk to the officials unless they are the appointed captains. Now, a lot of times there's things said anyway, but he's the person that is the official go-to to the referee, is the captain.
2nd and 9. Again, handoff in the middle, being very patient, looking for a hole, and finally getting a little bit of a seam. Andre Lopez, the senior, and he picks up 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 4, right across the 50-yard line.
I believe, Carroll, what we saw from Lopez is he didn't like the fact that he wasn't in the starting lineup in this first series. We don't know if that was a motivational ploy by head coach Solano. But the first time he came out there, that's when we saw the 34-yard touchdown run.
I think it was just to give him a little bit of a blow, John, and give the other guy a little bit of playing time. It is 3rd and 4. And whistles blow that play dead before it gets underway.
Yeah, I believe this time we did have the line move for the Bulldogs, so it'll move them back 5. We've had a fairly penalty-free game so far tonight, Carroll.
Yes. It will cost them 5, so it's back. We'll call it 3rd and 9 or so. Wide on the left side, slot on the left side, wing on the left side. Everybody goes in the pattern, looking underneath, but firing over the middle. It is complete, and picking up some nice yardage is Joshua Ramirez, the senior wideout. Ramirez will carry it down to the 33-yard line in Eagle territory.
Nice 21-yard pitch and catch.
I think we may get one more playoff in the third quarter, John. 1st and 10, Bulldogs. And the handoff right up the middle. Nothing there for Andre Lopez. And that will be the final play of the third quarter. At the end of 3 quarters of play, our score, Calexico 14, Southwest nothing.
When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family, they've been doing it right for many years. You're never disappointed on the service that you get, and the smiling faces who serve you and food that's delivered to your table, they'll make you feel right at home. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, they do it right. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by at La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro. Open Wednesday through Monday.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here at Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my #1 priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXO El Centro.
And we're underway for the 4th quarter of this second game of the season. The Calexico Bulldogs with a 14-0 lead. Bulldogs come out. They have the ball. It is 2nd and 10.
Lopez is the featured back.
Ball is on the Eagles 33. We are back to right to left across your radio dial. That would be from east to west. And Lopez gets the fake, but it is the Fernandez down inside the 15. They'll spot it right on the 15-yard line. So a big pickup, a little bit of fake. Everybody went for Lopez.
Yeah, which he'd been having a lot of success. And what they did was they put Fernandez out on that wing. He's kind of like split out but angled towards the center. And they faked like they're going to give it to Sanchez running around behind him, and then they countered. And once he took off running, a fortunate touchdown-saving tackle made down there by the Eagles.
So it is 1st and 10, and again, this time off the left side, it is Lopez. Lopez picks up more yardage. And where are they going to spot it? They're going to spot it just inside the 10, so it'll be 2nd and 4, just inside the 10-yard line.
6-yard gain by Lopez as he continues to build his stats.
And the Bulldogs look to pad their lead right up the middle, and it is Lopez into the end zone. Lopez carries it in behind a wall of Bulldogs. And we will have a point after attempt.
Yeah, nothing fancy there, Carroll. That was just line them up and just take the man right in front of you and push him back. Lopez, with the power and the speed, able to find some running room, and he was able to carry a couple would-be tacklers from the Eagles into the end zone.
So we will have a point after. Some discussion going on, but
yeah, their kicker is their quarterback, Damian Cordero. So he's a jack of all trades.
bad snap. It's picked up by the holder, and he'll look for some running room and get it down inside the 5, but the point after attempt, no good. We've got 10:37 to play in this football game. It is Calexico 20, Southwest nothing.
Looking to buy, sell, or manage property in the Imperial Valley? Coldwell Banker, the Wilkinson team, is proud to call this community home and has since 2006. Whether it's finding your dream home, selling your current one, or navigating commercial and land sales, they've got the innovative tools and local know-how to get it done. Plus, their full-service property management covers both residential and commercial properties. Visit thewilkinsonteam.com or stop by their office in the Valley Plaza, El Centro. Coldwell Banker, the Wilkinson team, homegrown, hardworking, here for you.
Hi, I'm Michael.
And I'm Nathan.
We're representatives of California's Teachers, Pension, and Retirement Advisors, LLC, and we're located here in the Imperial Valley, providing free 403B and 457B retirement education, in addition with CalSTRS and CalPERS pension review.
And Michael, let's not forget about pension maximization and IRS code 7702.
Absolutely.
To schedule an appointment with us, visit us at www.californiateacherspension.com for a free, comprehensive, and compelling financial analysis.
Buchanan Financial, your local life, retirement, and pension consultants.
And there was a penalty on the point after attempt, a 15-yarder. And it looks like there were two 15-yarders because they've taken the ball back to the 10-yard line, John.
Yes, what happened is first there was a...
unsportsmanlike, two of them.
Yeah, the first one was where one of the players did the grabbing of the face mask for the Bulldogs, grabbed the face mask from the Eagles, trying to push their would-be placeholder for a two-point conversion, and then somebody, whether it was the offending player or someone else, decided to voice their disapproval. So that was the second unsportsmanlike. So for one of the very few times in the history we've been doing this, we're going to see a kickoff from the 10-yard line.
So the Eagles will end up with excellent field position.
Provided they don't turn it over. Let's see what Calexico's got in mind here.
It is kind of a squib kick down the middle. It's picked up at the 40 and down inside the 30-yard line for the Eagles. Diego Cabrera on the kick return, one of the up guys. So the Eagles will put it in play, 1st and 10. Excellent field position. They will finally spot it on the... Where are they going to spot it?
Well, they can't spot it.
Got to find the right football.
Yeah, the referee on the sideline had the Calexico football, and so now they've got the Southwest football. They're going to put it on the 28-yard line. But, yeah, let's just hope that that previous PAT attempt isn't a harbinger of things to come, that, you know, feelings and hurt feelings calm down. We don't want to see you get chippy out there. It's been a very good football game up to this point.
1st and 10 Eagles. And now the Bulldogs jump. Were they enticed? I don't think so. I think it'll be another 5-yard penalty on the Bulldogs.
Calexico felt that there was movement by the Eagles, but the officials said no, they were just standing there receiving the blow, and that's exactly what happened.
So 5 more. Spot it down on the 24-yard line. 1st and 5.
Cordero back in the shotgun as he has been all night.
Valenzuela goes in motion, looking, dumping it off, and it is incomplete. The pass overthrown for Johnston. Joe Johnston, a senior. So it is 2nd and 5.
Cordero again coming to the sidelines to get the play from his head coach, Seibel. Brings it back to the huddle as they huddle up.
Second and 5. Bulldogs trail 20-0. Their best field position of the evening, following 2 unsportsmanlike penalties. Here come the Bulldogs. Pass is into the flat, and it is caught but out of bounds.
Well, that was one of the best catches we're going to see this year, but unfortunately he made it out of bounds. Young man just laid straight out like he's diving off a diving board and made the catch, but he was out of bounds.
And it was over in the far corner of the field, so having trouble telling you who it was that made the great effort.
Also, there's several light bulbs out, so this kind of reminds us of Palo Verde. It's dark in that corner of the field, the end zone down there.
3rd and 5. Eagles need to capitalize on the Bulldogs' penalties. Snap back, looking, dumps it off. It is complete to the 20, inside the 15, down to about the 12-yard line. That is good for a 1st down. Adrian Harrigi with the catch.
That was an excellent call by Cordero as he saw that the outside linebacker was blitzing in, so he just had Harrigi just stand where the linebacker was, easy pitch and catch, and then Harrigi did the rest by turning upfield and breaking it all the way across the 15 down to the 13 for a 10-yard reception, run and catch.
It is 1st and 10. It's on the 13-yard line of the Bulldogs. The Eagles threatening for the first time tonight. Back to pass, looking, gets it underway, overthrows, nowhere to go, threw that one away. Incomplete.
Which was a very good play on Cordero's part, as there wasn't double coverage. There was 5 Bulldogs back there. So he just threw it out of the end zone.
2nd and 10. The Eagles looking to score. Cordero from the shotgun, back to pass, looking, fires, and that'll be pass interference in the end zone. And no, they don't spot it on the 2. It'll be half the distance.
And because this is half the distance, we're going to find out if pass interference this year is automatic 1st down, because they flipped back and forth recently where it was. So since it's half the distance from the 13, that'll put it on the 6.5-yard line. They'll probably put it on the 7, which is not enough. The yard to make has to be the 3. So we'll have to wait and see now. That was a 2nd down pass.
And no, it is not a 1st down. It remains 2nd down, 2nd and about 3, roughly. Your question has been answered.
Which is good to know for future reference.
Cordero dumps it into the flat. Complete. getting into the end zone for the score, but there is a flag back behind the play. Adrian Herrigi goes into the end zone, holding against the Eagles, so it's coming back.
So we will see our third second down coming up.
The play, well executed, except for the hold.
Adam Garcia, the outside cornerback, spent the whole time after that play was blown dead talking to the official here on the sidelines. Not sure what that's all about, but that was interesting. So now, once again, we're at second down, but this time it's going to be second and about 13 as they put the ball back on the 17-yard line.
It will be second and 13.
Because holding is a spot foul. They mark it from the infraction site.
Eagles spread it out. Cordero from the shotgun, back to pass, looking, fires. It is over the middle and in and out of the hands of the Bulldog defender who was closest to it, Dominic Flores, almost had another interception. That'll bring up third and 13.
In the midst of all this, Carroll, I think we need to point out that actually Cordero's had time back there. He has not been pressured. Now, the Bulldogs have not sent more than the 4 down linemen yet, so let's see if they do here on third and long. But his offensive line has done a good job of protecting and blocking for him, as have the backs in the backfield.
And the Bulldogs, basically what you would call the nickel defense, they got 7 in pass coverage. Now flags fly before the play is underway, and it will be procedure against the Eagles. So that'll be another 5 yards. Third and 18 coming up as they move the ball back to the 22-yard, make it the 21-yard line. Third and 18.
Since the pass interference house ref is going the wrong way, looks like they're going to stick with the same play they called.
Cordero from the shotgun, back to pass. This time he is rushed, gets it underway, and it is intercepted in the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The pass intercepted in the end zone by Adam Garcia. So the Bulldogs hold off the Eagles' best attempt for a score, and we'll take over.
That time, Carroll, the Bulldogs did blitz. They had their 4 down linemen. They brought a middle linebacker and an outside cornerback, and that's where the pressure came. So Cordero had to get rid of the ball a little bit sooner than he wanted to.
The Bulldogs come out. They've got 8:57 to play in the football game. They have a 20-0 lead. I would look for a heavy dose of running right up the gut, and that's exactly what we have. Jose Fernandez.
Looks like the Bulldog coaching staff has decided on the 2-headed monster, Fernandez, and also their featured back that they've been running for the last 2 games, Andre Lopez, almost like they're taking turns. And each attempt, they're picking up positive yards, although there is a flag down. So we'll see with
kind of a late flag.
Yeah, the Bulldogs are walking backwards. But so far, official had us confused. He was looking at Southwest like he was going to move forward, but now he turned himself around. And this one's going to go against the Eagles. It's a big one, 15 yards all the way back. Started
against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, against the Bulldogs. Started on the 20, bring it all the way back to the 12.
It is still first down, 1st and 19. And the handoff cutting upfield on the far side of the field, dodging one would-be tackler, Jose Fernandez. Not only can he run it up the middle, but that time he showed some wheels on the outside, John.
I think that's why it was a little bit different look as we have a timeout by the Eagles as Coach Sable wants to talk to his defense.
We'll take timeout. We've got 8:24 to play in the football game. Calexico 20, Southwest nothing.
Johnny's Carpets and Flooring since 1976 offers you factory direct affordable floor covering, waterproof luxury vinyl plank, water resistant laminate for 20 mil wear, surface floors only $269 square yard, and not just 1 or 2 colors from stock, but 7 beautiful colors. Special closeouts for your park model, kitchen or office, all at discounted prices, so you can save on every dollar you spend. Johnny's Carpets and Flooring, 1001 South 4th Avenue in Yuma.
1st and 10 Bulldogs. They're ready to play. The officials are waiting to spot the ball. And now we're ready as well. 1st and 10. Bulldogs have it on their own 33-yard line. Back to pass, looking downfield, firing over the middle. It is complete. Staying on his feet and getting some yardage for the Bulldogs, Joshua Ramirez. Now a flag comes in way after the play is over.
And this appears it's going to be unsportsmanlike because the Eagle that came in and made an excellent tackle celebrated exuberantly, so they're probably going to put another 15 yards. We mentioned last week how some of the stuff that the players say to each other in the San Diego section, they let it go, but this isn't San Diego. This is Imperial Valley, and the referees do their best to keep this kind of stuff in check. It was a 17-yard pitch and catch, and then they're going to add another 15 on. So that's going to put the ball all the way down to the 37-yard line.
And okay, you're trailing 20-0. You've just given up a 17-yard pass completion. You make a tackle. What is to celebrate? It is 1st and 10. The Bulldogs have the ball on the Eagle 38-yard line. John Seaman and the officials.
They want to keep this under control. But, Carroll, I will point out on the positive side, it's good to see some fight and spark here on the Eagles tonight.
Unsportsmanlike. Is he calling it again, or is he calling another one?
We're not sure. Yeah, he's expelled the player. That's why he did it again. He did the old out sign that you do in baseball. That usually means the player's been disqualified.
You will play no more tonight, and you won't play next week either.
And I believe that was done to try to make sure that there's no repercussions from the other side coming back from the Bulldogs. And Coach, head ref John Seaman is explaining that to Fernando Solano, that was a call for both teams. Said, you've had a player that's been kicked out, keep your kids under control.
1st and 10 Bulldogs. Let's take it right up the gut. And that's where we go with Jose Fernandez.
The ball came loose, but it was well after the whistle. Fernandez was able to pick up about 2 yards on that carry. Let's call it 3. No, we'll call it 2. They marked it on the 36.
Inside of 7 minutes to play, the Bulldogs are going to be very happy just to keep it on the ground, keep the ball moving, and keep the clock running.
Right now, the final score is not in doubt. The Bulldogs will pick up their second victory on the season, but I think with the difficulty they had in having this victory has caused some pause on both sides.
2nd and 8. Handoff again. Nothing in the middle. Tries to turn it to the outside. And another unsportsmanlike late hit. That was right in front of the official. That was stupid. And that These are kids. I get it. But,
It wasn't in doubt. Let's put it that way.
Not at all. And it was totally unnecessary. And Coach just sent the kid to the locker room. The officials didn't have to say anything about throwing him out of the ball game. The coach did. And that is totally unnecessary. And again, right in front of the official, in front of his coach, in front of everybody. So it's another first down for the Bulldogs. And in the middle, no, it's Fernandez on the fake, but then he loses the football, and it is caught in the air by one of the Eagles, and that was Adrian Hergy. The ball popped out of Ruiz hands right into Hergy's arms, and he brought it back. Okay, now you got two players on the Southwest side that are not going to be able to contribute in what could be a touchdown drive. They've been tossed.
That is the second turnover on the night, first fumble for the Bulldogs. They have both a fumble and an interception now.
By the way, did I mention Centro 21, Palm Desert 7 in the fourth? The pass is completed. Nice catch out at the 38 across the 40 to the 44-yard line. As the Eagles are trying to keep something going. Tackle made by Adam Garcia. The catch made by Leonardo Valenzuela. Central 21, Palm Desert 7 in the fourth quarter.
And that pitch and catch was good for a first down, Carroll. Valenzuela's first catch here in the second half. 11-yard pickup. The ball now sits on the 44 of the Eagles' own territory.
Trips on the wide side, the right side of the field. Cordero looking, chased out of the pocket, turns it upfield, still looking downfield, doesn't see anything and is run out of bounds. And you noticed the Bulldog pulled up instead of planting him 3 yards out of bounds.
Which was very good on his part. Quite the right smart move as Cordero actually picked up. They're going to give him about a 4-yard pickup on that. So that will help his rushing stats as he's already been sacked a couple times. Ball is now on the 48-yard line.
2nd and 6.
Bulldogs need to get a player off the field because his helmet had come off. So that's why we have a pause right now. And now it appears that we're going to have a timeout.
And we'll take a timeout. We have 4:57 to play in this football game. Calexico 20, Southwest nothing.
Jersey Mike Subs, a sub above at 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. Top quality, delicious, hot and cold subs made how you like it. And don't forget, Jersey Mike Subs offers a 10% discount for military and first responders. And you can order subs for the party. Check out the Jersey Mike's app. There's some great deals and you can get shore points. That's Jersey Mike's at 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. Open every day, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. Case Garnet. Become a Case Garnet loyal customer. Scan the QR code in store for weekly super specials via text message and also be entered to win Case Garnet giveaways. No purchase necessary. Check out these specials. USDA choice beef back ribs, $1.99 a pound. USDA prime New York steak, $14.99 a pound. And certified Black Angus inside skirt, $11.99 a pound. Open in El Centro, 8 to 8. In Yuma, 9 to 7. We match our competitors' prices. Case Garnet, 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro. And Kennedy's Garnet, 380 East 16th Street in Yuma.
AM 1230 KXO El Centro.
And the KXO YouTube channel. And the Timeout. Everything is copacetic. We're going to start with the Eagles, 2nd and 6. The ball is on their own 48-yard line. Cordero takes the snap, drops back, fires downfield into coverage, and it will be almost intercepted. Threw it into double coverage. It goes incomplete. Yeah. And it'll bring up.
It's going to be third. It'll be third down, Carroll, and about 6 or 7. That was actually the two Calexico defenders battled each other for the football, and that's how it was able to fall harmlessly to the earth. Either one could have made the catch if the other would have left him alone, but they acted like two defensive players against each other trying to make the catch, and that's why the ball fell incomplete.
3rd and 6. We'll call it 6. That's what we did before. Might as well stick with it. Trips on the far side, the dark side. Cordero gets it away, flips it up, and it is intercepted.
Yeah, this time it was intercepted. Again, Calexico only rushed 4 players. They had 7 back. And
Fernando Gonzalez picked it off.
Cordero has a tendency to arc the football, to kind of float it down there, and that just gave too many players a chance to converge. So this one was picked off.
It will be Bulldogs 1st and 10. Updating some scores, John. I'm not going to say I'm surprised, but Centro leads Palm Desert 21-7 in the 4th quarter. Mission Bay 37, Holtville 16, 4th quarter. Rancho Bernardo, the Weddles lead Brawley 14-0.
So Brawley's playing usual Brawley defense.
1st and 10, Bulldogs. They have a 20-0 lead. On the wing sweep, looking for a block, gets a block, turns it upfield across the 50, pushed out of bounds. Inside the 45, in Eagle territory. The Bulldogs, Joshua Ramirez with the fresh legs and the big pickup.
Ball is placed all the way out on the 43-yard line, so that's a 17-yard pickup. As the Bulldogs now are padding their stats. Another first down.
It is 1st and 10. Bulldogs. Handoff in the middle and pushing his way forward across the 35 to the 34-yard line, Andre Lopez. Lopez gets it down close to a first down.
Yeah, they're going to mark him about 1 yard shy, so that'll bring up 2nd and 1. The clock is moving, as it appears that right now most people involved are just trying to get this game over.
Bulldogs taking plenty of time in the huddle.
Calexico certainly would like to score again, but there's no hurry up in their giddy up to get the ball in the end zone.
2nd and inches. And the handoff and a little counter play and cutting it across the 20, down inside the 10, the 5, touchdown. And the counter play to Andre Lopez. Lopez carries it in for a 33-yard score. And there is a flag on the play, holding against the Bulldogs down at about the 13-yard line. So they'll have enough for a first down, but it's not a touchdown. Spot it back on the 23-yard line. 1st and 10.
So here you have what amounts to an offensive penalty that gains you 11 yards because it is a spot foul. And he was 21 yards downfield, so that gives an 11-yard net gain. And let's see, we've seen that play run twice. Both times it's put the ball in the end zone. Let's see if they come back to it.
A little counter play.
Now you have an empty backfield.
And that direct snap was picked off by Lopez, and Lopez goes wide right. There is a flag on the play. Andre Lopez went in motion and picked off the snap.
Yeah, that's a variation of that fly or the sweep where the man goes in motion and the quarterback gets the snap and gives it to him as he's coming across full speed. That time Lopez took it from the snap. So that shows that these guys have been practicing. That's very difficult to do. Crackback block by the Bulldogs. That's one of those blocks that they've just instituted within the last 10 years where if a player's running blindsided, you can't just knock him silly. You can shield him, but you can't hit him. And Eagle took a big hit on that, so the referees were all over that play. Again, designed for safety. Spot foul. It'll move back 15 yards from where the infraction occurred, which is going to put it all the way back on the 38-yard line. So we'll just call that a 15-yard penalty.
It is still first down on the 38-yard line. Bulldogs don't really care so much. They don't want the penalty. They don't want the mistakes. But they do want the clock to move, and we're down to about 2.5 minutes to play in this football game.
Fernandez, same position that he scored on last time.
And that reverse, and runs into his own guy and gets knocked down. Oh, my. Joshua Ramirez ran into Aaron Valdez and went down. Aaron Valdez is wearing the same color of uniform as the runner.
First time we called Valdez's name tonight as bringing the play in from the sideline. The quarterback, Israel Reese, the senior 2-year starter. Once again, we've mentioned that Calexico, almost the antithesis to the hurry up. They try to use as much of that 25-second play clock as they can each play.
Second and long, very long. Ruiz back to pass. The lefty looks downfield, slings his sidearm. It is complete to Joshua Ramirez. The pass completed down to the 33-yard line.
5-yard pickup.
So it is 3rd and 20. And again, the clock is moving, and that is the important part. We are down just about 1 minute to play. 60 ticks for the Bulldogs. Looking for their second win of the year. Back to pass. Dumping it off underneath at the 30 and inside the 35, down inside the 20. Down to about the 14-yard line. And the pass completed to Aaron Valdez.
Very close to the first down, but they should be just a little bit shy. 4th down, but we would expect the Bulldogs. They're going to take a timeout and talk it over.
Okay. 45 seconds to play. Calexico 20. Southwest nothing.
Johnny's Carpets and Flooring since 1976 always has the lowest prices from 2 warehouses filled with thousands of square feet flooring. Choose from the biggest selection in this area on carpet remnants for your bedroom, office, or living room with big savings up to 50% off and everyday retail big box prices up to 70% off. Johnny has the selection and colors you're looking for, always at huge savings. Johnny's Carpet and Flooring, 1001 South 4th Avenue in New York.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with over 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789. Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, we do.
Oh, Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away goes troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter, Roto-Rooter, Roto-Rooter.
It is 20-0. Calexico leads. Central is leading Palm Desert 27-7. That game just across town.
And Carroll, in this second half, this quarterback who's had an excellent game, but in the second half, he is 5 for 5. We'll have all the stats when the game is completed, but you can't do much better than 5 for 5.
And the handoff goes off right tackle, and that is Andre Lopez again. And I think that's going to be the final play of the game, John. I would not be surprised. I don't really see them wanting to run another play. But you never know.
Lopez picked up 11 yards on that carry.
Okay.
But, you would expect them here, since it is first down. They're going to go ahead and let the clock expire.
That's the game. We will call it the final score. Calexico 20 and the Southwest Eagles nothing. We'll be back with our post-game numbers and more after this.
AM 1230 KXO El Centro.
The UPS Store, now at 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. They take all drop-offs and can assist with packing and shipping almost anything. Don't forget, your local UPS store provides mailbox services, document shredding, notary services, and passport or ID photos. The UPS Store is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 7, Saturdays, 8 to 5, Sundays, 10 to 3. The UPS Store, 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. Stan's Auto Body, a name you've heard of and a name you can trust. Bo and his team have been serving his customers at Stan's Auto Body for many years now. His mission to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services and working closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. So if the unfortunate happens to you or you need some dents fixed, don't hesitate and call Stan's Auto Body or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's Osoaza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. Osoaza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088. The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, you can even get fishing bait, and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
The Calexico Bulldogs prevail 20-0 before it is all over. And again, we will point out non-league game, unlike the last 30 years, the Bulldogs are in the Imperial Valley League. The Southwest Eagles are now in the Desert League. Desert League, for the most part, smaller schools. Making up the Desert League is Calipatria, Vincent, Palo Verde. And in the Imperial Valley League, Imperial, Brawley, Calexico, and Central. And Holtville. Holtville, smaller school, moved up to the Imperial Valley League, and a lot of that based on the success that their football program has put together the last several years. And it'll be interesting. We will have a couple of Holtville games this year, John, as they are in the league. And let's see how well they do against the school, some of them 3 times bigger than what Holtville is. We'll update scores for you, the latest scores we have, when we come back.
El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes. El Zarape restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. El Zarape restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. That's 355-4435. Open Saturdays too.
McNeesmart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party with party platters. Choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. And don't forget McNeesmart offering daily specials Monday through Friday. Yes, McNeesmart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
This is Ruben Valenzuela, Athletic Director at Southwest High School. Football season is here, and we can't wait to see our stands filled with school pride. This year, our motto is strength in unity. That means showing up for our team, our community, and each other. Let's model good sportsmanship, make smart choices, and keep school attendance strong, because when we show up together, we win together. Join us Friday nights, loud, proud, and united. Strength and unity starts with you. Go Eagles.
Updating some scores around the valley. Calapat leading Mountain Empire 22-14 up in the hills. It's in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter score, Rancho Bernardo 21, Brawley 7. And we last had Mission Bay 37, Holtville 16. And updating across the city, we can see the lights from here. At Cal Jones Field, Centro over Palm Desert, 33-14. I am not going to read anything into scores early in the season, John, but I will point out if Brawley loses, and they are losing, I don't remember them ever starting a season 0-2, and Palm Desert beat them last week with a 33-14 lead in the fourth quarter. Central has apparently been able to manage Palm Desert.
Well, we have been doing this for quite a while, Carroll, and we can remember our mind hasn't failed. I remember one year specifically, Central beat Brawley when they were playing twice a year. In the September game, Central beat them 33-0. When the bell game came, Brawley won the bell game. So, yeah. Early season scores really don't mean anything.
No.
But let's get back to this game here, as Calexico had a huge second half. They ended up rushing the ball from scrimmage 38 times for 262 yards. That's after only getting 73 in the first half, so almost 200 yards in the second half. Their quarterback had a great second half. We mentioned it was 5 for 5. He ended up on the game is Israel Reese, 13 for 27 for 103 yards, 365 total yards, 19 first downs. That's a lot. There were 2 turnovers, a fumble that was recovered by the Eagles' Adrian Hodege, and an intercepted pass in the first half by Leonardo Valenzuela. On the other side of the football, Southwest ran 11 times from scrimmage for a total of 4 yards. On the passing for the game, Southwest ended up with 13 attempts. They ended up with 8 completed passes. 8 completed passes out of 22 attempts, giving them 69 total yards. So they did have a productive time passing. Ended up with their 6 completions spread out among 3 of their receivers. The aforementioned Leonardo Valenzuela had 3 catches for 17 yards. Joe Johnson had 3 catches for 34 yards. And Adrian Hodege had 2 catches for 18 yards. We mentioned the rushing. Hodege had 4 carries for -4 yards. The quarterback, Damian Cordero, ended up getting 4 rushes and 1 positive yard. Also, Roberto Peraza, as a quarterback, 1 series, had a rush for 3 yards. And the final rush of the game was made by the Santiago Abram Chowder and Marching Society. He did not gain any positive yards. The most important stat tonight, of course, is the scoreboard, where Calexico comes away with their second victory on the year as they beat the homestanding Eagles 20-0. And Carroll, we will be doing Southwest again next week, and then 2 weeks we have this Pregame. So we'll be on the air 3 straight weeks with the Eagles.
We will be next week. We will actually, you and I will be at Army-Navy Academy, not to take on the cadets, but it will be the Southwest Eagles playing Coastal Academy. And again, that will be next Friday night. Our game will be on AM 1230 and on the KXO YouTube channel. Other games next week, it will be Centro at Mount Carmel. It'll be Holtville at Yuma Catholic. Calipatria at Mar Vista. Vincent Memorial at Hoover. Calexico at Somerton, the new school in Yuma. Palo Verde will be at Yuma. Imperial will host Madison. And Brawley will be at Mission Bay. So that gives you an idea what's going on next week. Again, John and I will be in Carlsbad for Coastal Academy and the Southwest Eagles. Again, updating, Central defeated Palm Desert 33-14. In the fourth quarter, Calipat 22, Mountain Empire 14. Fourth quarter, Rancho Bernardo 21, Brawley 7. And the last we had Mission Bay 37, Holtville 16. You can go to the KXO website. Final scores will be there shortly. You can go back and listen to tonight's game on our YouTube channel. You can listen to last night's Imperial game on our YouTube channel in case you missed it. We want to thank our sponsors, the people that make it possible. The UPS Store, Jersey Mike's, Roto-Rooter, Kay's Carney in El Centro, Kennedy's Carney in Yuma, Johnny's Carpet in Yuma, Coldwell Banker, the Wilkinson team, La Fonda Bar and Grill, Southwest Security and Southwest Postal Service, McNeese Mart, the Central Union High School District, El Zarapi Restaurant, the CB Stop in Calexico, Stan's Auto Body, and Osaza Mobile Auto Repair. Thanking technical direction provided by Kurt Hoffman, our producer-engineer in the studios, Gabe Lemus. For John Driffle, I'm Carroll Buckley on KXO El Centro, California.
It's like a trip through time.
What's up?
Well, don't just sit there.